So we're sitting in one of the most sought-after communities in all of Calgary, Shaganappi. Darlene, why did you and Bill pick this community out of all the choices?
Well, when we picked some 25 years ago, we of course have different reasons than we do today, but back then loved the ability to walk downtown along the trail, along the river. Also loved the vintage vibe in the neighborhood, very established. A lot of the people that are neighbors have lived here for a very long time, so there was a real sense of community, and I loved how you can connect onto the freeways so easily. You're not stuck.
When I first walked up to your home, the first thing I noticed was the 50-foot front lot, because a lot of these houses are being taken down and replaced with infills, and you get a 25-foot lot. Was that important to you?
Yes, it was important. For us, we like the distance between neighbors, so we like a side yard, and but a 50-foot lot, we thought maybe at some point we might do an addition going south or east, and we wanted that option available. So a 50-foot lot was important to us, yeah.
And then you look at, you walk into the front of your home and you can see it's a character home right from the get-go. And there's some beautiful features. I mean, the thing that stands out right away is that beautiful front veranda. But tell me, what are some of the other things that you like about the front elevation of the 1912 home?
Well, we love that veranda. And a few of our neighbors on the street, and it's a beautiful street too, also sit on the veranda. So it creates an atmosphere where you're walking your dog to the park, which is just 3 doors down, a beautiful off-leash park for your dog walkers, and you meet people along the way going to the park, or you invite them up for a glass of wine while you're sitting there as the sun's setting. It's just it just creates a sense of belonging somewhere.
I can see that. I noticed also you've got cedar shingles. Was that by design? Did you put those in when you bought the home?
We did redo the roof and redo the structure of it in new beams, all that sort of thing. And yes, we wanted a shake roof because, again, more character. It was way more expensive than a shingle roof, but we love the look of it. It's just another element, and originally that would have been a shake roof.
So those shingles are, around 25 years old now?
Yeah, maybe a little less.
How long are they supposed to last?
About 50 years.
50 years. Now, when you walk into your home, right off the bat, the first thing I noticed was just the staircase going up. And I would imagine that back in the day when this home was built, that was probably a little narrower than when they would have built it in 1912. Did you do a lot of the work to make the staircase wider?
We didn't do any work to widen that staircase. Being a center hall design was a big benefit or draw for me. I like it in terms of a flow throughout the main floor, but we painted out the banister, we widened doorways, that sort of thing, to make it have a feel of a more spacious and grander feel to the staircase. We did change the staircase going down into the lower level, so that the pitch was better.
I noticed that, of course, when you come into your home, you turn to the right and you get right into the eating area connected to that beautiful kitchen that you've designed. Tell me what you most love about your kitchen and your eating area.
It is a galley type kitchen, but I've designed it so that it's a chef's kitchen. you move around in that triangle, everything's accessible. And we created the pantry right there too, plus a closet. In older homes, there's usually no closets on the main floor.
I noticed it's very bright. And it seemed like that was by design. Like, I mean, especially that big window right over the sink, that just brings so much natural light into the kitchen. And I also noticed standing in your kitchen, I can see out to the backyard. I'm sure that was important to you.
Absolutely, because the gardens I've created, I wanted to be able to see those. Even in the winter time, I create what I call winterscape. And I don't chop everything down. I let it be part of the winterscape, and I get to view that with this beautiful white snow in the winter. And light is very important to me, and it is. I'm getting the east light, which I love in the morning, and I'm getting the south during the day through the window over the kitchen, and then I get the west light through the one over the nook area. So yeah, it's a bright, sunny spot.
It is very bright and sunny. And the other thing I noticed is you did such a great job of really, you can see the character. Everywhere you look in your home, you do see the character of the age of the home, but you got all the modern conveniences that you would want to have in a modern day home. The stainless steel appliances, the gas range.
Yeah, we have preserved the original hardwood floors, and they're, except for a few areas that are high traffic in the kitchen, even they don't look too bad, but most of the floors are still in excellent condition, and that runs right up through the upstairs level.
Let's move into the dining area. You have a formal dining room, and a lot of homes now don't have formal dining rooms. When I walked in there, the first thing I noticed was the French doors that go off into the garden in the back, and that natural light that's coming in too. But you've got a very, what I would call, I don't know if traditional is the right word, but it's just it just has that old world feel in your dining room. Was that also by design?
Well, the design existed when we bought it. It was a dining room, and our furniture kind of fit in there nicely, which is more Chippendale traditional. And so, yeah, we utilize that space for big events.
Well, when I was looking at your dining room, and then I connected right to your beautiful formal living area, and the way you've got it set up, I was thinking, well, I could probably sit here, maybe have a smoking jacket on, a glass of scotch, and then my book, and and just take that all in. But it kind of fits with the theme of your living room as well, because same thing, everywhere I look, I do see some of the character, but I also see some of the modern. But it's just got that you just want to read a book in that room. You do have a TV in there, but you don't. It doesn't feel like a room that you'd want to watch a lot of TV.
The TV is in the armoire there, but we don't watch TV in there. It is a snuggle room. Like on a cold winter night, that little fireplace is lovely. You turn it on and you do enjoy a sherry or a glass of wine, or read a book, or just it's a great conversation living room.
And I'm not normally a big lover of wallpaper, but when I saw the wallpaper you put in, it's really nicely done. The color choice was perfect, and of course you don't have too much wallpaper. It's on the one wall, just enough, to add that little extra flavor. I found that was well done.
Thank you. Yeah, I like the stripe because it's crisp, and it brought the color of the pewter gray tone in the stripe picks up the lighting, the metal look, and it has a really modern feel to it and warms up that center hall going from the top to the bottom.
And I did notice too, you got a well done laundry room. Again, using all the space you can. You've got a full-size washer and dryer in there. You pointed out that there's a rough in if you want to put a tub, which is great. I noticed that You've got 2 electrical panels. Obviously, all the electrical's been done in this home.
Yeah, we've upgraded the electrical, and we, as I said before, we upgraded the furnace. We took the big crawdad, you know,
Right.
with all the arms out.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, the bottom line is, when it comes to the electrical, plumbing, mechanical, it's got all the modern conveniences of a new home. And I know some people would be worried that, you know, a 1912 home would have some of those issues, but that's really all been dealt with. So,
Yeah,
you know,
it really has.
yeah, and a big garage, and that's a great segue into your backyard. You know, this I got to tell you something. I have been in a lot of backyards in my career in real estate, and I have seen very few that have all the most beautiful greenery and trees and flowers that this backyard has. Clearly, you have spent a lot of time back here and a lot of work. And I want you to know, I appreciate that because I know how hard it is to get a yard to look this good. Most people would not put the effort in that you've put here. But I sit here and it feels like I'm like on a vacation somewhere.
Yeah, you know, outdoor living is important to me and our family, and I do enjoy gardening, and so I had fun creating a space that we could enjoy, and but I wanted to also make it unique.
Yeah, it's got a real peaceful feeling here. I can tell you, for anyone that would come here, you could sit out here with a book and just relax and just feel that peace and sanctuary is a word that you used before, where it honestly does feel like you're on vacation. So this home is one of the few that it has that beautiful indoor space, but also offers the outdoor space. And if you are the person that appreciates an outdoor space, you will also appreciate this home.
Yeah, absolutely. What we found with the outdoor spaces, it just gives us that much more entertaining square footage. And even on a day that's cloudy or cool, we have a little heater right there behind the bench. You bring that out, you still sit out here. It's fabulous because it is sheltered.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll summarize this by saying, you know, it's very evident pride of ownership has been here. You and your husband have done a miraculous job of not only taking care of this home, but turning it into something special. And it's got a look and a feel that maybe not everybody would appreciate, but for those that want something that's different, a little more vintage, appreciates, you know, what the backyard offers, every little detail that you've put in, you will love this home. And I think that if you, and I have to say, it's one of those homes where the pictures are great online. You'll love this video you're watching too, but you have got to come here and visit this home and take it all in. And whatever perception you might have of this home, you will have a better perception when you're actually here. Because it is one of those homes you just have to experience.
Yeah, thank you. I hope that someone will love it as much as we have and enjoyed it and make their own memories here, because it is a great spot whether you have kids or not. You're entertaining as adults or you're entertaining your kids. Your kids become part of your gardening. There's something there for everyone.
Yes, and I'm going to summarize this too by saying it's got great energy. So,
Thank you.
Yeah, it really does. And I can feel the energy of a home, you know, when I walk in. So if you want to take a look at this home, all you have to do is call the agent you normally work with, if you work with an agent, or if you don't have an agent, just call myself, Rob, and you can book your private viewing whenever it's convenient for you.